Hello everyone, I'm Sneaky Bard, and I'm back here bringing you another episode of our Loremaster leveling. So, we are on this shipwreck shore, trying to find our way back into some form of civilization after we escaped the volcano of Kajaro. That was what it was called. I'm really bad with these names. Erupting on the Isle of Kazan. And we're just about to turn in these quests and getting us another level, getting us all the way up to level 6. So let's turn it in. They launched up into the air when they ate the bananas. That's hilarious. Yes, I do think so too. They should have probably been blown to pieces instead. I think I'm going to take a bunch out there and feed them myself. Oh, you're too cruel. Alright, we will get monkey handler gloves. We will equip them and turn the other quest, and we will also reset the timer. Let's just hope that we don't have to deal with their mummy later. That would be very bad. This is Gallywix. I think this is foreshadowing that we do actually have to deal with the mummy raptor. Did you hear the matriarch crawling up on the cliff? Steer clear of her. Yeah, I'll probably have to kill her later. All this protesting about the matriarch does have a whiff of the lady doth protest too much after all. So, bomb throwing monkeys, the nerve. Okay, Sassy breathes a sigh of relief when she sees all of the tools and bombs that you recovered. I thought we were doomed for sure, but now we can start working on a way to get off of this island. Let's take the new quest. Help wanted. Great news. Great news, everyone. Foreman Dankwick has uncovered a cave full of Kajamite on the island. What are the odds? Of course there's a downside. Took some of the survivors with him to help mine the ore, but none of them have made it out. Crazy as it sounds, the foreman said that there are monkeys in the cave with mining picks. They're mining the Kajamite? How is that even possible? Can you head southeast to the cavern? The foreman is standing just outside the entrance. Yeah, I think that is a good that is good advice, Sassy. We don't want to get on Gallywix's bad side. But let's find the foreman. I mean, we definitely want to kill Gallywix, but that is just not going to happen. So we also don't want to get on his bad side because that is the case. But they could ditch him in the lore, but I don't think he's important enough for them to ever try to kill him. Okay, it's just horrible. I think they're all dead. How will I get the Kajamite out of there now? Help wanted. Boss? Well, I guess you're not the boss anymore, but still, good to see you. How dare you, I'm still the boss. Can you believe it? Sorry. We've got a cave full of intelligent killer monkeys mining Kajamite. Alright. So, let's pick up these two quests. Minor troubles. Minor troubles. Smart mining monkeys. They're all over the inside of the cavern, mining with mining with picks. Just not natural, and I'm sure it's because of the Kajamite. None of my miners have come back out. I don't have many left. You can see my predicament, Tefrona. The foreman lowers his voice. These guys are nowhere near as good as my old group of jungle trolls. Those were the days. Yeah, your rebellious jungle trolls that I had to keep in line with you. Maybe you can escort my last miner here through the cavern and keep those monkeys off of him. Ooh, one of those escort quests that we all used to hate, even though the pathing has gotten better. Maybe we need that Kajamite. Okay, so let's do an escort quest. So the reason people, I probably think still hate, but at least used to hate escort quests when I started out, was that the pathing was very bad for them. They always took the scenic route, kind of like the flight paths. Hey, where are you going? Wait. I guess you're going to get killed and then we're going to retake the quest. I'm going to tell the story anyway. And mob density was quite, I don't think it was higher than it is now. It might have been, but I don't think. it, but the mob's health was tuned so that, and damage was tuned so that you were like, okay, fighting 1, fighting 2 was pushing it, 3 was kind of like you had to know what you were doing and have consumables to do it, and what these escort quests would do, they would sometimes just path through a huge group of mobs, or go into like towns or settlements where you had lots of mobs and chances of mobs pulling other mobs when they ran away and stuff like that, and it was just a pain in the ass. But that's also what made the game fun, because you could like bond over these escort quests, and you had to like find help and stuff like that. And for all of the pain, I really enjoyed the one where you had to escort the Defias traitor from Sentinel Hill into Moonbrook Village, so he could show you where the entrance to the Defias hideout was in the Dead Mines. That was one that like gives me shivers of annoyance / fear, but also like good memories at the same time. But hey, maybe I'm weird, but I do think there are more of you out there who did that quest and probably feel the same way. Now we can see either our miner died, because we can't see any damage being done anymore. So yeah, he probably died. We just have to retake that quest then. But let's read this quest as well. Capturing the Unknown. Hey Ataferona, there are strange cave paintings and other artifacts all over the cavern. Do you think that you could use your belt-mounted KTC snap flash camera to capture images at the designated spots? Also, snap a pic of the altar in the back of the cavern. How do you know there's an altar in the back of the cavern if you haven't been to the cavern and none of your miners have returned? It's strange. It's a mystery. I'm sure that Sassy will want the intel. Okay, so we have to take some pictures. And we can need another miner. What? You think I'm made out of miners? How bad can it be in there? Yes, we can actually get another miner, even though he said that this was his last one. So come on, let's go. I will stealth behind you. I will even take my weapons out. So let's see here. So there's a camera spot. Yeah, this is Blizzard getting a bit lazy and downright telling us where to take pictures. Okay. Do I do it like this? Yeah. The precursor to the selfie cam, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure what I think of that, but since I don't use it, I can't really complain about it either. So let's kill that monkey and let him do his mining. But yeah, this does have a island of Dr. Dr. Moreau. That was not Island of Dr. No, that's James Bond. Island of Dr. Moreau type feeling, vibe to it. If you don't know what Island of Dr. Moreau is, it's you'd call it, I guess, weird fantasy book by Gene Wolfe. Yeah, it's Gene Wolfe. Yeah, it's good. I had to read it at university when I studied a module in fantasy literature, and to my surprise, I actually enjoyed it. Despite it being weird, I did actually enjoy it. So anyone who likes fantasy and isn't against... Oh, are you running there? Well, fair enough. Against reading something that might be a bit strange and weird, I can recommend that book. More like short story, really. Okay, so come on. Go back there. I just wanted to be nice and kill that monkey. Okay, I guess you don't have to mine more of the Kaja, or you mined enough. I hope that doesn't bug the quest out. That would be a shame if it bugged the quest out. Okay, so let's loot. You will mine and I will take a picture. Okay. Let us move on indeed. And now you will run. This is one of the more stupid behaviors of escort mobs. Oh, we got a pouch. Oh, I thought actually I was about to complain about it, but he didn't do it. So where they run towards a mob because you attacked it, and then when you've killed it, they run back to where they started their run from. So Blizzard has gotten better at this. I don't remember having to do many escort quests when I leveled that druid. That is my main now. And even throughout the years, I don't remember, like, after Wrath, I probably just leveled through dungeons mostly in the old world. I mean, I did do the actual Loremaster achievement at some point, so there were escort quests in it, but I don't have any strong memories of either of them, so I just remember the old behavior. Okay, that's the matriarch apparently. Pick my witch doctor. Old behavior of the escort quest mobs that I'm remembering. Oh, now we pulled it. Let's shoot a rocket at him. But yeah, who said Blizzard never learned? They have been very good at improving that part of the game at least. So let's see, there's a dead orc scout. Orcs can write. Looking through yes, they do. Looking through the dead orc's belongings, you find a field journal, though it is heavily water damaged. The writing is still legible, if barely. Flipping through the pages, an interesting story unfolds. Good thing you decided to study Orcish. I did. I mean, I do speak several languages in real life, so I do think that Taverona has definitely gotten that from me. Flipping it through the pages, like the trade princess yacht, the orcs were fired upon by Alliance warships. You do remember an orc warship that you passed right before the Alliance opened fire. Maybe they were firing on the orcs instead of your ship. Stupid orcs, they got you sunk. Indeed. Wait. Why did it take us out of stealth? Now we need to kill the Pygmy Witch Doctor again. Luckily he is quite squishy. So what we need to do, we need to take the field journal to Sassy Hardwrench. Apparently she's become our intel officer. But first we need to take a picture of that one writing. So I think it's, oh, it wants us to do it here apparently. So we technically missed it on our way out. No, this way is out. Well, that way is out, so we could probably get up this way. Yeah, there we see. Lots of frightened minor corpses. But I don't remember us getting out that way. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, okay. It's just my memory playing tricks on me again. We do know that I'm not the best at orientation, at least in virtual life. Okay. Minor troubles. We've hit the mother lode. Now, what's all this about a pygmy witch doctor in charge of the monkeys? Is he dead? Because if he's dead, then legally I can stake my claim. Not that I wasn't going to do that anyway. By Goblin law, all Kajamite belongs to us. Indeed. On behalf of the Bilgewater Cartel, I lay claim to this mine. Shouldn't I actually be getting the claim to the mine? I mean, after all, I cleared it out for you. We are getting too soft now that we are shipwrecked. How are we ever going to become trade princes? I'm becoming to understand how we are not becoming trade princes after all of this. We've gotten just too soft. Giant turtle. I was looking if it was a rare, but it wasn't a rare, so there's no use killing it. And there we've gotten some form of machine that is shooting. Is it? No, that's not sparks. It's basically a machine gun. I think it looks like a machine gun at least. Because I did see some petrodactyl type things flying around. Yeah, these guys, I'm assuming it's shooting at petrodax. Okay, so capturing the unknown. Let's return this. What are these? Sassy examines the pictures while listening to your tale from the Kajamite cavern. Clearly that pygmy witch doctor is from some new race never seen before. Maybe we should call them Taveronians. Teferonians would be better, not Teferonians. Blizzard needed to work on their code regarding that. They must be the ones that painted all of that stuff in the cavern. I'm not sure that I like what you're describing. It sounds to me like they're paintings of them and us on an island with an exploding volcano. Well, Taferona, find anything interesting in the cavern? Yes, I did. Orcs? They were sunk and stranded too. And now the Alliance are on the island. Do you think they're going to kill us? Sassy looks thoughtful. I think it's time for a little sit down with these orcs. So apparently we're going to say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So yeah, that is exactly what the quest is called as well. The enemy of my enemy. How could I have known? It's almost like a psychic or something. Oh, come on, Galivix. I hate to ask you to do this, but I guess it's why they pay you the big bucks. Can you deliver that dead orc's field journal to whoever's in charge of their camp? Based on the writing in the book, they should be located at the top of the island, up the incline past the Kajamite Cavern to the southeast. I am not sure I can follow these instructions, but I guess that's what we have the quest arrows for. Good luck, Taferona. I always liked you. So you're basically sending me on a suicide mission. We need some new friends if we're going to survive all of this. Hopefully the orcs won't just kill you on sight. Yeah, you're a nice friend. You're just sending me into the lion's den. Okay, so we need to head that way. Well, luckily I do have stealth, so hopefully the orcs are not like super high level or can see through stealth. Because then I could just stealth in, leave the journal, stealth out. Another monkey. A smart mining monkey. So let's go. There's another bomb throwing monkey. Didn't you get your fair share of bananas that scared you from throwing all those bombs? I assume that wasn't the case. Ooh, an insect of some kind. Yeah. What, a flying raptor insect? What is this? Did everyone else see that? That is a flying raptor insect. Wait. Why are we so small? There, come on, come closer. There, see? It looks definitely like a flying raptor. Maybe it's just me, but it does look like a flying raptor. But let's continue to fulfilling this quest. Turning in this quest. There, words. So there we can see the Horde banners, and we are about to discover Horde base camp. No lookouts. Very sloppy of the Horde. What would Garrosh say? Yes, Garrosh is in charge of the Horde, still in this Cataclysm timeline. And you're hitting someone. It's an SI-7 infiltrator. And you saw there, that is the animation, let's help them, that I'm used to seeing when I do Eviscerate. But apparently, as a Goblin, I do not get that animation. So, who are we supposed to turn this into? Not her. Not her. Agra? So, Agra is Thrall's mate. So, probably the one that they wanted to capture was either her or Thrall's son. I don't know if she's pregnant or has already given birth at this point, but yeah, this is how we join the Horde. The orc narrows her eyes at you. You must have been on the Goblin slave ship that was sunk. What's that you have in your hand? Let's give her the field journal. The orc makes a move to grab the field journal from you, but then stops herself, exhaling deeply. I apologize. It has been a very rough couple of days for us all. I am Agra. All of us here are what remains of the crew of the Draka's Fury. Perhaps we can work together. We have a common enemy in the Alliance. Their SI-7 assassins are all over this island, and they're not going to stop until we're all dead. So we're going to get sailor's leggings for this, and she's probably going to tell us to kill assassins. Not quite yet. Our hunter, Killa Gorfang, and a few scouts traveled into the Vale down the path to the west. They're searching for precious cargo. Okay, you're not even going to tell me what that is. That we were guarding when the filthy Alliance sunk our ship. The way is blocked by deadly plants, and they have not been able to break through. Tafrona, prove your worth as a goblin and a rogue. Journey into the vicious vale to find Kilak. I can definitely do that. So we are going to find this hunter so that we are proving our worth as a goblin. Well, he's not that far down below there. Isn't that the way we just came? Alright, fair enough. Well, almost. Ah, there we go. Those are the killer plants. That looks dangerous indeed. So here we go. Goblin, can you fight? For your sake, I hope so. Otherwise, there may be no breaking through this hell of killer plants. Yes, let's fight. Kilak barely has time to acknowledge you between rifle shots, but his eye does linger a moment on your goblin all in wonder belt appreciatively. Now is the time for creative solutions. Pull something out of that belt and get to work. Thinking about the situation for a moment, an idea comes to your mind and it's just crazy enough to work. So what are we supposed to do? Alright, so we are supposed to kill hundreds of these 100 killer plants. We activate to go into weed whacker mode. Mow the plants down. Use again to turn on the weed whacker mode. So I assume we're going like this. We are essentially just mowing the lawn. I'm probably not doing this in the most efficient way possible. Oh. And now we're going to get killed. But we're already 1/5 of the way there. So let's try and kill these guys who are shooting the stupid frost bolts at us. I mean, there must be something where we, like, in weed whacker mode, we are not taking as much damage or something. Not that I complain, but this is a bit of a tedious quest. Not a big fan of these, because it does take you into this. Oh, you're completely going out of your classes, like toolkit to solve a situation, and while they do feel epic and that's nice, I'm still a big fan of, like, if you're doing an RPG, keep as many of the RPG elements in for everything single activity that you do, because that just, it's kind of like in fantasy or book telling in general, but specifically fantasy storytelling, you should establish the rules of your world and then not deviate from them. So everything should be explainable by the rules that you set, and that way it's good storytelling. And if you have to do lots of, like, exceptions and, oh, but now this doesn't work that way, or you need to use a different type of rule that you haven't mentioned before, you're just pulling it out of your ass to explain what's happening, then that's bad. And it's similar. What happens here is you're basically like, oh, but normally you can't use this weed whacker mode thing to just, like, mow through mob, but here, now, just specifically for this quest, you can. And I'm also not the biggest fan of us being made into the hero here, just because, you know, this is an MMO. We already saw a couple of other goblins questing, like, right next to us, at least in the base camp, not like while we were questing, but while we were in the base camp, and they're all doing the same thing, so we're all going to be, like, heroes and whatever. And this is probably also the reason why Galawix actually stays trade prince, because we can't have 50,000 goblins all claiming to be trade princes. We saw what that did in Star Wars The Old Republic, where we had that many people on the Dark Council. Oh, we've completed this. So I do think that the questing is much smoother and enjoyable in the more modern versions of WoW, even though the pacing could be a tad bit slower, just because I prefer slower. I'm not saying slower is better, but for my preferences, I like it more. Let's get out of weed whacker mode. Okay, we can just turn this in. But I'm not the biggest fan of making us into hero or champion or commander, which is happening now. I prefer to be an anonymous adventurer. But then again, the story they are telling kind of doesn't work with an anonymous adventurer, so I get that too. But let's turn this in and read it. I saw it with my own eyes, and still I do not believe it. You have our thanks and the depth of our lives, little goblin. I hope that soon we can repay you the honor. May I ask a small favor for you while my scouts and I move on? Yes, I guess so, Weed Stomper. Yay! We are now honored with Bilgewater Cartel. So return to the Horde base camp and let Agra know that we still live Tafarona. Tell her that I am moving on to the Wild Overlook and that we will all meet up on the northwest side of the island. I expect to see you there. We will track down the Alliance and slay them to the last. Okay. So let's go back to Agra. We will not actually turn in that quest quite yet, but we will go to the Horde base camp, to the entrance there, and then call this an episode. Because it is time. This one became a bit longer as well, but no matter. So let's do a nice emote here. So thank you for coming. I have been Sneaky Bard, and you have been awesome. I hope to see you in the next episode. And do remember, if you did like this episode and you like the series, do give me a like, do give me a subscribe. All that jazz helps and is very much appreciated. So I'll leave you here and see you in the next episode. Bye.